remember that first night we stayed out past the reasonable, when the conversation took us somewhere neither planned to go, when the hours disappeared in ways completely unexplainable, and neither of us wanted to be the first to say hello. And somewhere in that evening, the moon came up above us, full and unashamed, and spilling silver on the street. And I thought that something ancient had decided it would love us enough to watch the moment when our separate lives would meet. And every night since then, when I have looked up and found it, that same familiar circle in its place above the world, I have felt the whole of everything we've built surround it. Every night we gave it, and every secret we unfurled. The moon is our witness, it has seen it all from the beginning. Every whispered word and every hand we held beneath its light. The moon is our witness, and it keeps on quietly spinning through the archive of every beautiful and ordinary night. Not a witness who will testify or speak the things it carries, but the faithful and the silent kind that simply holds it all. The moon is our witness, and wherever the story varies, it has always been there watching since before the first nightfall. There were nights when we were laughing at things no one else would get, when the world outside our window had no claim on us at all. And there were nights when we were holding what we couldn't quite forget, when the only thing that mattered was the sound of your voice through the hall. And through every kind of night, the moon was always rising, completing its eternal and unhurried arc above, as if the universe had found a way of recognizing that some things are worth witnessing with patience and with love. And every night since then, when I have looked up and found it, that same familiar circle in its place above the world, I have felt the whole of everything we've built surround it. Every night we gave it, and every secret we unfurled. The moon is our witness, it has seen it all from the beginning. Every whispered word and every hand we held beneath its light. The moon is our witness, and it keeps on quietly spinning through the archive of every beautiful and ordinary night. Not a witness who will testify or speak the things it carries, but the faithful and the silent kind that simply holds it all. The moon is our witness, and wherever the story varies, it has always been there watching since before the first nightfall. And I find a particular comfort in the knowing that somewhere above the ordinary of our everyday, there is something ancient and completely glowing that has held the proof of us and will not give it away. Because the moon is our witness, not because we asked it, not because we chose it as the keeper of our nights, but because it was already there before we even grasped it, watching over everything with its most patient lights. The moon is our witness, it has seen it all from the beginning. Every whispered word and every hand we held beneath its light. The moon is our witness, before the first nightfall. The moon is our witness, and we'll never forget. The moon is our witness to every moment we have shared and haven't shared yet. I have been carrying this quietly for longer than I've named it. Holding it inside the plates I keep, the things I'm not quite sure. I've watched you from the corner of the everything and claimed it, only in the silence where I didn't have to endure. And then one unremarkable and ordinary evening, something in the way you looked at me before you looked away told me everything I needed and left nothing for believing that what I'd been carrying alone had always gone both ways. And the most extraordinary thing about that single moment was how it made the whole of what came before it make complete sense. That every hesitation had been just a component of two people feeling the same thing at the same intent. We feel the same, and that is the most beautiful discovery. That what I thought was mine alone was always also yours. We feel the same, and in that sweet recovery of everything I'd kept inside, there open all the doors. Not the same in every detail or the same in every measure, but the same in all the ways that matter and that count. We feel the same, and I have never known a greater treasure than the love that goes both ways without a doubt. There is a particular relief in being understood completely, and finding that the feeling that you carry has a match. That someone else has felt the very same thing just as sweetly, and has been as careful with it not to let it catch. And now that we have said it and the saying has been free, and now that both of us have put the same thing into words, the world has taken on a different quality of being, the kind that comes from finally knowing that you're heard. And the most extraordinary thing about that single moment was how it made the whole of what came before it made complete sense. That every hesitation had been just a component of two people feeling the same thing at the same intent. So we feel the same, and that is the most beautiful discovery. That what I thought was mine alone was always also yours. We feel the same, and in that sweet recovery of everything I kept inside, there open all the doors. Not the same in every detail or the same in every measure, but the same in all the ways that matter and that count. We feel the same, and I have never known a greater treasure than the love that goes both ways without a doubt. And I think that is the rarest and the most completely hopeful thing that love can offer in this world of its own kind. The finding of another soul that is equally devotional to the same exact and overwhelming thing you had in mind. Because we feel the same is not just a declaration, it is the foundation of the everything that follows from here. It is the most complete and the most joyful confirmation that neither of us has to carry this alone in fear. We feel the same, and that is the most beautiful discovery. That what I thought was mine alone was always also yours. We feel the same, and in that sweet recovery of everything I'd kept inside, they're open all the doors. Not the same in every detail or the same in every measure, but the same in all the ways that matter and that count. We feel the same, and I have never known a greater treasure than the love that goes both ways without a doubt. We feel the same, and I could not be more relieved. We feel the same, the most beautiful thing I have ever believed. I have loved with the careful and the measured all my living. Have kept the wildest parts of it inside a manageable frame. I've practiced all the art of taking more than I was giving, just to keep from being taken by the force of what I came. But you have made the careful feel like something I've outgrown. Have made the measured feel like something smaller than the real. And I have found a version of this love I've never known, the one that doesn't stop at the edge of what I feel. And every limit I have ever placed on what I'd give has fallen in the face of what you ask me to become. Because this love has taught me the only way to live is past the place where all the careful limits come from. Love without limits, that is what I have for you. No ceiling and no floor and no carefully drawn line. Love without limits, fierce and burning and completely true, the kind that keeps on going past the edges of design. Not love that plays it safe or love that counts the cost before, but love that throws the calculations out and just begins. Love without limits, and I could not give you more if I tried. This is where the limitless love wins. I have tried to find the boundary where this love might end. Have looked for the horizon where the feeling starts to thin. Have waited for the moment when the passion starts to bend into something more manageable and less completely in. But every time I search for it, the limit just keeps moving, keeps retreating past the furthest point that I can see. And I have stopped the searching, and I've started just improving on the only truth that this love has revealed to me. And every limit I have ever placed on what I'd give has fallen in the face of what you ask me to become. Because this love has taught me the only way to live is past the place where all the careful limits come from. Love without limits, that is what I have for you. No ceiling and no floor and no carefully drawn line. Love This is where the limitless love wins. And I know that limitless is a word that frightens people, that loving without limits sounds like losing your own ground. But I have found the opposite to be the truest sequel to the love that finally lets go of every compound bound. Because love without limits doesn't mean without a self. It means without the fear that used to keep the self so small. It means the most expanded and the most completely felt version of a love that was always meant to give its all. Love without limits, that is what I have for you. No ceiling and no floor, and no carefully drawn line. The love without limits, fierce and burning and completely true. The kind that keeps on going past the edges of design. Not love that plays it safe, or love that counts the cost before, but love that throws the calculations out and just begins. Love without limits, and I could not give you more if I tried. This is where the limitless love wins. Love without limits, and I am done with all the lines. Love without limits. This is where the truest love begins and shines.